I'm John with Whitewater Vans, and today we're sitting around the kitchen table in one of our custom builds. This is a Ram Promaster extended version, and one of the most awesome features about it is this seating area that seats 4 people pretty comfortably, or 12 if you really want to pack them in. And yeah, so it's a nice van.
And you put the table down, it turns into a queen-size bed at night.
Right.
And the bedding is in the back, it just rolls in, you got your bedding, you roll it back up, and you've got your heating area. Underneath, we've got a lot of the electrical for the batteries and everything else that's part of the van.
So, Lon, what are a couple of your favorite features about this van?
Well, I like the Ram because I like the way it drives.
Mm-hmm.
It drives like a SUV. And it's really smooth. It doesn't have big hard tires, you know, you're going up in four-wheeling. It's more of a just go for road trips.
It's a good touring vehicle. Yeah.
Very, very good. Yeah.
Comfortable drive. Okay. So you love the Ram, the chassis itself, the Ram Promaster. What year is this one?
22.
A 22.
Yeah.
And what about? I know you guys put a lot of thought into designing how this build was going to come together. So we've got a Fresh-Air swamp cooler built into this unit. It circulates water through the unit and kind of cools down the ambient air just with the evaporative cooling of the water. What are some of the other kind of unique features that you guys wanted to add into this van?
Well, we have these doors that open up so we can have our clothes and any type of things that you want to just put away easily.
Mm-hmm.
The whole door opens up and gives you shelves, and then we have pull
I can show
out.
you this one over here.
Yeah, pull out from the shelves.
So you've got numerous shelves in there and little cubbies you can pull out to show. Yep, so there's quite a bit of storage in here actually. The seats that we're sitting on are almost entirely storage directly underneath these 2 seats. And this large kind of a bench seat across the back can be used as just sort of an individual bed to lay down and take a nap without even taking down the table. And underneath it is a fairly large garage space. So there's quite a bit of storage with this layout. Surprisingly, with how much room there is to just kind of sit and enjoy the van itself.
The garage goes all the way from one side to the other, and it's got ample room for even electric bikes.
Mm-hmm. And this has a hitch on the back, so you could also add some van accoutrements to the back.
You could.
With the hitch, yeah.
You could have a trailer, you could have whatever you want to go back there for bicycles or whatever.
Yeah. One of the really neat features of this van that these clients put into the design was that this whole table system and the chairs are raised up a little bit, which allowed us to put a lot of the mechanical systems, the water heaters, the water tank, the freshwater tank, the electrical system is all sort of underneath the floorboards. So it gave us a lot of sort of a shallow horizontal space to put a lot of the mechanicals and to open up the living space quite a bit. One of the things I liked about it.
And we have a 2-burner stove. Well, it's not a burner. A
2-burner induction cooktop.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's really nice too. It's great. And oh, let's don't forget this 10 cubic foot refrigerator freezer.
Right. Yeah. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. We did design this, or you designed this, I should say, with quite a bit of cabinet space through the interior as well as counter space, so you guys could do a lot of cooking.
Yeah, it's got counters on both sides, but we also made them, like you say, custom, so they're not as wide as the normal, and that way you've got more floor space in between, so that you're not bumping into each other every time you get up and move around.
Right. I really like the design of the cabinets, where you've got sort of this clean white layout with modern black handles, black accoutrements, and how you've created this bench and the shelf and the painting system back here behind the countertop. It really kind of opens up the whole space and just creates a lot of counter space to work with.
Right. And in there, just pulled out, is the area where we store all our food, the pantry.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of this that was put in was designed by my wife, who is a van designer from years back.
Yeah, it turned out real well. This has a 2 kilowatt heater, that an S-bar heater, so that it pulls from the gas tank of the vehicle to heat the van. It doesn't take a lot of electricity. I know you've used it through the winter quite a bit, and it stays warm and comfortable in here.
Oh, it's great. And it's, you can have it on for all the time, and just set it a certain temperature, comes on and off, or you can just have it on for when you want it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I came in like this and came back out, we'd just cut that out later. It's no big deal. So we put a full-size fridge into this van. It's an RV fridge, but it's a large RV fridge. This is a 10 cubic foot with a pretty good size freezer up here. More than enough space to freeze all of your leftovers and things you might want to take on a longer trip. And, a full-size fridge down below. So it really provides ample cooling space, just like you would have in your house. And then up above, we've put the microwave oven.
1.2 cubic foot.
Which one?
1.2.
The microwave is 1.2 cubic foot. So quite a bit of great space right here when you walk in the door. Up above, there's a headliner shelf where we'll store the window covers. We've got a really nice curtain system here. Come all the way across. Blackout curtain system to really simply kind of close off the space and have a nice private living space. The beauty of the van is whenever you get to where you're going, you close off the curtain and it's just your home. It's your home away from home, wherever you happen to be. A lot of times you kind of open up the door the next morning and you say, where were we? Oh yeah, we're in this beautiful location today. And then you visit the local restaurants and then you go to the next location tomorrow. So nice little curtain there. Really helps with just quickly getting a little bit of privacy on the inside of the vehicle. We put a little flip down table on the end so you could just get a little bit more counter space. Actually, between the double cooktop, this little counter, and the counters that we have back here, there's a lot of counter space available and a pretty open area relative to what you would typically see in a van. As we mentioned before, these are sort of a custom, slightly smaller than a normal counter depth, so that you really have a kind of a nice open walkway and ability for two people to kind of maneuver in here at the same time to cook a meal. In fact, we've had 2 or 3 people cooking a fairly big meal for 4 people in here before, and it's a very comfortable space. One of the nicest things about this layout is how much space you have through the center and through the countertops and the seating area in the back. One of the features that I add into all of my vans is a gray water system that allows you to capture the gray water when you're in camp and easily release it when you get to an appropriate location. This one allows you to dump your poop tank, so your poop just goes out on the highway while you drive.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, we don't do that. Another of the great features that we try to put in all of our vans is lighting throughout the entire interior. So you've got 10 puck lights throughout the ceiling. They're all dimmable, and you can turn them on and off from 3 different locations. So when you first step in the door, there's a switch right at the door post, so you don't have to kind of wander around in the dark inside looking for the switch. You've also got a switch on the main control panel, and you've got a switch in the bedding area so that when you lay down into bed, you can easily turn on and off the lights right from the bed. All of those lights are dimmable from each one of those locations, so they can, and these are the ceiling lights that allow you to dim down and dim back up again. We also have a little task light right here on the side of the upper cabinet. We've got under cabinet lights on both sides that you can turn on and off to get the right amount of lighting right where you need it when you're cooking. We've got a couple of task lights in the bedding area as well on each side, so that both sides have a task light if you wanted to do some reading or if you needed to get up and use the restroom in the night. So quite a bit of custom lighting throughout the interior depending on the mood and the setting. A couple more things just on the inside. Obviously we have quite a bit of upper cabinet space. Down below we've got drawers down through the middle and some open cubbies on both sides to store larger items or a shelf that pulls out. We've got a drawer down below to put a toilet. The toilet's not in here right now, but the toilet system allows you to just slide this drawer out, use the toilet exactly where it sits without having to move it around, and slide it out of the way when it's not in use. Otherwise, you've just got storage throughout, larger storage underneath the sink as well as a gray water tank. Quite a bit of storage throughout the area. We put this van together with 600 amp hours of lithium ion batteries and 600 watts of solar up on the roof. So the batteries are almost always completely full just from the solar. We also have an alternator charger so you can charge while you're driving, and we have a short charger so that if you happen to be in a campground or something, you can just plug in and top off the batteries and keep it topped off. We have a 3 kilowatt inverter that allows normal household 110 volt outlets throughout the inside, as well as this induction cooktop.
You tell?
You don't have any thumbs in view of the camera? Are we recording? Is there red lights on? Yes. Yeah, okay. So I'm John Hayward with Whitewater Vans, and we're showing off today this Ram Promaster. One of the best features is this kitchen table that seats up to 12 people.
And 4 dogs.
And a partridge in a pear tree.